Hey, Pepin.
Yo, yo.
I've been thinking a lot about turkey lately
Why?
because it's almost Thanksgiving.
What does that mean?
That means that we need to talk about all the things that we're thankful for.
No thanks. I'm not really thankful for anything. I think things suck a lot.
Should we talk about all the things we're not thankful for?
That'd be kind of fun. I mean, we could just like rant and be annoying.
All right, let's take everybody's traditions, spit directly in their face, and talk about things we're not thankful for.
Actually, that sounds like a great idea.
I knew you'd like that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Welcome back. So glad you guys could join us. I am here once again with my best friend Nate. How's it going, Pevin?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Not too bad, thank you. Definitely excited for the upcoming holiday. The holiday where you eat as much as you can. It's really created around my ideals.
It's a great way to gain about 10 pounds in a day.
10 pounds a day is my normal, so I'll have to shoot for higher. I'm an overachiever, as you know.
Yes, yes.
So today we're talking about things that we're not thankful for. Can you give me some examples? This is kind of new to me.
Okay, so here's a good example. So, remember that time we went to the strip club together with those people?
Yeah.
And so you go in the bathroom, and the bathroom's actually pretty nice there. They keep it pretty good, but they had this guy there who's like selling mints and will give you like paper towels and stuff. And he has like a little tip jar and stuff. And like he is very helpful in there. He's nice. He does his job, and there's nothing wrong with him, but I'm not really thankful for his job. I mean, I'd just rather use the bathroom, not have to deal with this guy.
So you're not thankful that you felt obligated to tip a man who was standing there while you were dealing with your tip.
I mean, yeah. That's pretty accurate. It's not even that like there's a guy like helping me out in there. It's just that I'm forced to deal with him. I'm not like it should be something like, oh man, I didn't have to grab this towel, but now it's like, oh, I'm forced to take this towel from this guy, and now I see he needs a tip too, and I guess I have some ones in my pocket.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good time, though, at the strip club.
Oh yes,
Well, we should do that again.
I agree. I'm trying to make a plan for that actually.
All right.
Uh,
We can get some hot girls again, go to the club, go to the strip club.
yes. Well, the hot girls are at the strip club, but when we bring hot girls to the strip club, it's even better. So I agree with you. Yes.
All right, well, that sounds like a plan. See, that's something I'm so thankful for, is that we can just make plans like that on the fly. Am I doing it right?
Not really, because you're that's supposed to be something you're not thankful
Oh.
for.
I'm not thankful for kitten cancer.
Kitten
Yeah,
cancer.
cats can get cancer, and I'm not thankful for that. Who wants to see a cat with cancer? That's awful.
I can give you a counter example though. So, let's say that you are studying cancer, and kittens actually are very, very similar to humans in this instance, like with cancer. Maybe it's like certain kind of cancer, like liver cancer or something. Kittens are the best analog to humans, and perhaps the cure to curing this kind of cancer, the liver cancer, is by kittens getting cancer. And let's say some person discovers the way through these kittens getting cancer, how to solve cancer in humans, at least for the liver. So that person might be thankful for kittens getting cancer.
But I thought we were doing things we weren't thankful for.
You're right about that. You're right about that.
And isn't that all hypothetical? You're making it up?
Yeah, of course.
I think it's feline leukemia.
Leukemia.
I'm not thankful for bad video games.
Bad video games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they kind of suck, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And they kind of, it's like, well, maybe they remind me of why I do like some games. So maybe there is some good to them.
Let's see. One of mine would be like let's say that you are, walking along and stuff, and then you try to go into some business or whatever, let's say coffee shop, and then someone holds the door open for you, but you're just a little bit too like far away, and they're kind of like taking, they don't need to open the door for you, but they're being nice, so you try to be thankful for them being nice and holding the door open for you. But it's kind of like, man, I didn't really want to rush here because now I feel like I have to get there super fast because you're spending like 10 seconds holding the door for me for some reason. I don't know why. Yes, you're nice, okay, but thank you. You say thank you, but you don't really mean it to heart. Like, oh, thank you.
It sounds like you're not thankful for helpful people.
Well, they're not helpful, though. They're trying to be helpful, but they're not helpful.
Ah, I see. So people who are inconsiderate in the way that they're being helpful.
It's not even inconsiderate, but they're being overly helpful.
You're not thankful for overly helpful people.
No, not really. But you say thank you, right? You're like, oh, thank you. But do you ever mean it, though? It's like...
Well, most people do, Nate.
It's like, have you ever just been standing there and someone comes up behind you and gives you a massage, and you're like, thank you for that. I mean, you're not really thankful for that. It's just kind of like, yeah, the massage felt good and everything, but you're like, that was kind of weird.
You ever just standing there and someone comes up behind you and just puts a dick in your ass, and you're like, well, thank you for that, but you're not really thankful for it because you're like, well, I could have done that myself.
Sometimes medicine is something I'm not thankful for, because it's like, it's kind of nice that you can solve all these problems, insomnia, heartburn, and headaches and so on with medicine. But it kind of sucks that there's a solution to the problem, because now it's just like you got to deal with the side effects of the medicine. Or if you have a problem, you're like, oh fuck, I really need this like aspirin or something, and you're like, then you just kind of dwell over needing aspirin, and then you have to go to the store, buy the aspirin and stuff. Whereas if you didn't have that shit, you'd just be like, I'll just deal with it. Okay, whatever.
I don't know that I agree with that. I'd much rather have there be a solution to the problem. You know what? I'm thankful for medicine.
So you're thankful for medicine. So having a cure or available remedy is something you're very thankful for.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's so helpful. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze.
Now, I will grant you one thing for medicine, which I am thankful for. Thanks for the sneeze there for a little segue. Allergy medication.
Oh.
That stuff's good, because that's instant remedy, and allergies are terrible.
Yeah.
But a lot of other things is kind of like, for me, they don't exactly work, but they kind of work. It's like in the it's not so effective that you're like, oh man, this is really working, but it's not so ineffective where it's like, I could do without this. It's like that middle line where it's like, is it working? I think so.
And I think if we've learned anything today, it's that the only thing that Nate's thankful for is things that are just helpful enough.
It's gotta be just right. And now if it's too helpful, then it's a crutch. Like, imagine this like medicine that just got rid of your headaches and stuff, and this made you feel great. Well, that medicine is heroin, and heroin is awful.
Nate's the Goldilocks of Thanksgiving. Use him as your mascot. Put a picture of Nate up on your table next to the roast duck or whatever people have for Thanksgiving nowadays. Between the bird in a bird in a bird and the cranberry that's turned into a gelatin mold that comes still in the shape of a can.
Is this real stuff you're talking about?
And the bread mixed with various herbs and spices that's boiled in water and butter.
So another thing I'm not thankful for, and I think people can probably relate to this one, is social media. Like this idea that was spawned like way back was, your previous classmates. You can kind of keep in touch with them. You can see what they're doing with the internet. You can get in touch with them. Get to know them even better. watch them grow in life, and then it's like it sounds great in theory, but in practice, it's just sad.
Which part makes it sad?
It's like, oh man, this person, they're not doing very much. Oh, this person's doing so much more than I am. This is terrible. Oh, this person had a kid. How did that happen?
You're supposed to look at other people's Facebooks besides just your own.
And it's something you think you would be thankful for, like, oh, I can keep in touch with all these people, but it's just kind of like, either you think their life is boring, you kind of hate their life because it's too exciting, or it's like, oh, I'm not really interested in you. Why do I have you? But then you feel like if you defriend them, you're kind of like being a dick to them, and then they'll be like, hey, why aren't you being my friend on here? And it's like, well, because I don't really care about you. And then it kind of makes high school seem like meaningless, which I guess it kind of was, but I'm not thankful for high school either. That wasn't very, very helpful.
Yeah, high school is kind of a joke.
Like, seriously, I graduated, and I was like, that's it?
That's it? I was expecting more.
I thought I would have the skills to deal with life. I don't.
No. You gotta make those up as you go.
Improvise.
That's what all of life is a big improv show. Some people are good at it, and other people are on welfare. I figured that joke would kill you.
It caught me off guard.
I'm thankful for catching Nate off guard. I'm thankful for peanut butter in ice cream. It's great time. It's like you got ice cream and it's so sweet, and then peanut butter is kind of sweet, but it's also not at the same time. So it takes it down a notch, kind of. But it's also delicious. So you're like, man, that's some good ass peanut butter. No, just some good peanut butter, not ass peanut butter.
What is ass peanut butter like? I mean, actually, sometimes like when you take a really bad shit, it kind of is like peanut butter, isn't it? I guess that's what it is.
It's a nut from the ass.
Interesting. And, okay, nut from the ass. I don't like that.
Good old ass nut. Just like mom used to make.
Speaking of ass, something I'm ungrateful for. I mean, let's say unthankful. Let's be clear with the terminology. Is internet porn. I mean, it sounds great in theory, and I guess it is great on some levels. But then there's too many rabbit holes. Like, it's like you go from one thing to another thing, and then you don't know what the fuck you're watching. And you're not watching it because it's like something that excites you or anything. It's just like, what the fuck is this?
Can you give me an example, Nathan, of a rabbit hole one might fall down?
Okay, so I'm just kind of bored one day, and kind of watching stuff, and I saw something, and it's like it was in a link. It said something about like lesbian breastfeeding. I'm like, oh, that's okay, that's a thing. So I click on it just to see what it's about, and then when I click on it, I'm like, there's like a thing of everything, isn't there? Wait, there exists midget porn. So then I looked up midget porn or little person porn, and that exists. I'm like, oh my god, what's going on here? And then I thought, amputee porn, does that exist? I looked it up, and the first video I saw was this guy's is in a room, and it's like a 70s 80s production or something, very vintage, and this girl comes in, and he's like, oh, I'm so happy you're here, or something like this. I'm paraphrasing. And he's like, oh, let's get ready. And then the song from Team America or World Police starts playing. America, fuck yeah. And then the guy gets undressed, and the girl gets undressed, and then she actually doesn't. She has like a stubby leg, like she's missing half her leg, or I think maybe it's her foot. And she starts looping with the foot, and then she starts fucking this guy in the ass with her stubby leg.
Are you sure this wasn't a dream?
No, I can send you a link to this if I can find it. It's terrifying.
I think this has less to do with the porn and more to do with your own curiosity.
I'm not very well. See, the thing is, the internet, and particularly YouTube and Pornhub, they lead you down rabbit holes with your curiosity. It's like you can get stuck in these loops. Like, it happens to people. Like, I'll be watching like YouTube sometimes, and then be like, why am I watching like the World Dart Tournament here? And then I'll read all the comments, and people will be like, why am I watching this?
If anybody out there watches the World Darts Tournament on purpose, please message us. I want to know who you are. I want to have you on the podcast, and we have so many dart questions I need to ask.
Like, I don't think there's a single person in that comments. I read all the comments that I could. Like, I didn't see one comment where it's like, oh yeah, this guy's great. But people were asking, what's happening here? I don't really understand how I got here, number one. Also, I don't know what's happening with this game. How's it working? So there's some comments explaining how the game was working.
That World Darts Tournament video is like the Narnia of YouTube. One day you're watching YouTube, and the next thing you know, you wake up in the World's Darts Tournament. 30 minutes in.
I watched the whole thing, though, and I don't know why.
You never realize that you're watching the World's Dart Tournament after, like, right at the beginning. It's like 10 minutes in before you even realize it. Oh, man. The only way to free yourself is to leave a comment.
Yeah, and you can get into videos like that with, like, cat videos and stuff. My friend said she was watching some videos and stuff, and then it was all good, and she was just letting the auto-play recommend YouTube thing go on, and then all of a sudden she gets into, like, these ear cleaning videos, and she's like, wait, what? When? Like, videos of people getting their ears cleaned.
Gross. And she's just like, when did this start? Or what does it have to do with a cat?
And I guess the worst thing about YouTube with that is once you get, like, one of those videos in your history, all videos will be, like, ear cleaning videos.
It's in your recommended from then on.
You can't get rid of that shit.
All the ads on everything from now on are going to have something to do with ear swabs. Top 10 local ear dentists.
Okay, I'm going to take a controversial one here real quick. So I'm somewhat thankful for targeted marketing. I kind of like that to some degree, because sometimes I look up a product and it's like it reminds me that I'm still looking at that product, because it'll come up in my Facebook ad or whatever, and it's like, hey, this plugin for your mixer thing, like, it still exists. I'm like, yeah, it still does. Okay, but
doesn't it make it harder for you to hold on to your money, though? Because then it's like better at predicting all the things you're gonna buy, and then you're like, crap, I do need that third waffle maker.
Well, I don't buy that many things. It's not really a problem with me particularly, but the problem I have is after I buy, like, I do buy things from time to time. Like, I bought a bed. I was looking for a bed. I bought a bed. I bought this software from Isotope for, mixing the podcast and everything. And the problem I have is after I bought this stuff, I still have a million, like, ads for those things. It doesn't get rid of it. So I'm not thankful for that. I'm kind of thankful for targeted advertising. I know most people aren't, but maybe it's just me particularly, because I'm pretty stingy with my cash. But I'm not thankful for them still telling me about the mattresses I could buy when I already have a mattress. I'm not interested anymore. Stop it.
I've been waiting for a good time to talk about this. Can you tell the people all the features of your bed? Your bed has more features than my car.
So this bed is supposed to last me 20 years. The bed I had before was quite shit.
That has nothing to do with the features. Tell me about the features.
Just tell me how bad my bed was. Yes, it's bad.
Oh, were those words, or were you just humping the mic?
Just tell me how bad my bed was.
Oh, his bed was so bad.
And so to make up for it, I bought a new bed. Very pricey bed. And I know it was pricey going into it, but the whole idea was for it to last me a little while. But my bed is, like, made from an old person. It's great. So I got this little remote, and I can press a button, and it kind of, like, goes up for the head. Kind of like the thing. You can do like the legs going up. It's got a massage on it, and it's got USB ports. And also even an outlet. It's got a little button for a light underneath.
Your bed has as many USB ports as a horse.
Was that from a previous callback? I think it's a callback.
That was a callback to the Future Technologies episode with Shannon.
Oh, hey, yeah, this is good. This is good.
I'm thankful for callbacks.
I'm not thankful for Snopes and for like TV tropes, because those sites are great at what they do, but at the same time, it's a rabbit hole. Like you start looking up shit you don't really care about, like what ththese different tropes are and stuff, or hey, this thing I didn't know about. That thing's not true. It's good to know. And it's like I didn't care about this before. Now I'm suddenly invested as to whether that giraffe at that one zoo was actually doing that thing that one time.
What was it?
Well, that was a made up story, but yes, it was actually.
Oh. Remember that time we went to the zoo?
With who?
The people and the other one.
No, but you can go on.
Well, there was that time that we went to the zoo and we saw the lions, and we saw the flamingos, and the what's that one?
Hippopotamus?
No, not that one.
Hippic?
Yeah, that one. And we... What the fuck am I talking about?
I have no idea.
And then we all went out for ice cream.
Something I'm not thankful for are memes. I mean, not like okay, Facebook. Let's say Facebook memes, because Facebook memes have degenerated memes.
Facebook memes are the degeneration of real memes.
Yes.
By the time they get there, it's like they're on Reddit or 4chan, and then they trickle down into Tumblr and all of those blog sites, and then they trickle down into Facebook, and then finally your mom gets a hold of them, and then she posts her bastardized version of a bastardized meme that was bastardized in the first place and was awful to begin with.
Yeah, it's not really great, because I like memes. I like meme culture. I don't understand a lot about meme culture, but I think it's kind of interesting. But then the problem I have with Facebook memes is it's not really it's like a meme without the culture. Like there's no culture around it. It's just like, oh hey, this is something funny, and I don't know. Or they see something, and it's like, oh, I like this, and it's like, okay.
It sounds like Facebook's your biggest issue in general.
Man, I'm tempted to get off Facebook, because it's every time I go on there, I've had so many people from my news feed where now I'm just looking at people I don't know, and I'm like, I don't really care about you.
But do you really care about any of them?
Yeah. So sometimes the people you care most about are the ones you don't want to see their news feed.
Wait. What does that even mean? Remember that time we went to Walmart?
Yeah.
And we're like, man, this is a big Walmart. I wish I had a map.
Wait. Yes, this was in college. We took the bus over.
Yeah.
And the bus was with all these like creepy people from Bangor, and the Bangor people were like really helpful, but also kind of like, oh, man, wish we brought a weapon. And it's like we somehow got there, but we almost missed the stop because there's the Walmart there, and we thought the bus went to Walmart, but apparently it didn't. So we had to like all pull the thing at once, and then like 10 of us got off because none of us knew how to get to Walmart.
Yep, I remember that, and then we had to cross a highway in order to get there.
Yes, we had to cross a highway. What the fuck? Why do you fucking cross a highway?
And so then we go into the Walmart, and we're like, whoa, this is a ridiculously huge Walmart. It was brand new. And we're like, man, wish we had a map. And then the lady in front of us turned around and went, oh, yeah, here you go, and gave us a map. to Walmart.
That map was actually very useful too. So, I agree with that one. That's something to be thankful for. That lady with the map.
It was legendary.
Legendary.
Because on the legend, it had a spot for dairy. We needed milk.
Remember when I was there, I was looking for a soldering iron, and
Aren't you always looking for a soldering iron?
kind of, and it's like another term people use is soldering gun. I don't know why, but that's what it's also called. I'm not sure. There might be a technical difference between what that means, but so I asked one of the Walmart people if there was a soldering gun around, and the guy's like, "Soldering gun? What? What's a soldering gun? Doesn't exist. We have soldering irons." And it's like, oh, okay.
Okay, so aisle 3 here.
Okay. I mean, show me where they were, but I was like, am I lost with something? I mean, it's been referred to as soldering guns for a while for me. I don't know.
Doesn't it look more like a gun than an iron anyway?
I'm not gonna comment on this because I don't know. It looks like a thing.
It doesn't really iron anything either.
I mean, what? I guess it's an iron because it heats up like an iron. Iron.
Is it made of iron?
I don't know. It's actually they're usually made of copper, and they're
So it's a soldering copper.
well. So the tip is copper, but then the outside is tin.
Just the tip?
Well, no. So the core is copper, but the outside is tin. So just the tip is tin.
It's a soldering tin.
But then I guess the tip is also copper. So I don't know.
You know what I'm thankful for?
What's that?
That we recently got accepted to be on Spotify.
Spotify? That's like the music place?
Uh-huh. And they have some podcasts on there, but they're very selective about who they choose. And they've chosen us to be on there.
Wait. So it's not just music on there. There's also podcasts.
There's podcasts. That's where I listen to How Did This Get Made by Ed Sheeran.
Mm-hmm.
And we're on there too.
Really? I need to check this out. I guess I'll have to re-download Spotify.
That's what I did. I re-downloaded Spotify. Actually, Spotify Premium's pretty sweet. It's like $10, and we don't get anything from Spotify. We just happen to be on there. But if you're going to get a music player app, that's the one to get, and it gets rid of all the ads. It gets rid of everything, and it's definitely my preferred audio listening device.
I see. And Spotify is available for iPhones, Android, and PC?
Absolutely. You can listen on the web player. You can listen on your mobile phone, wherever you want to listen. You got Spotify. Play it in your car. Listen to us on your drive to work every Monday morning.
Hopefully we can pick up your Mondays, because Mondays are always a drag.
That they can be, but you know what's not a drag?
Spotify? Smoking a joint?
Smoking a good old joint. Sucking on a spliff.
Sucking on a spliff. Yeah.
Do you know what that means, Nate?
A spliff? Well, a spliff is like a combination of marijuana and tobacco.
How little you know, buddy. We need to talk. So, what are we talking about today, Nathan?
Today, we are talking about Thanksgiving.
Oh, what does that mean?
It means, like, sometimes you give thanks, but I think there's been too much thanks. I think we need to not thank ourselves and rather be ungrateful for a little bit.
Oh, okay. I probably should have started this with a hey Pepin.